The thing is how you are going to have an experience before having a job. You can work on your personal projects, right? Uh, because if you see on the LinkedIn, there are, let's say, I would say a number out of 10 new UX designers or UI designers, four or maybe five, 50% UI designers always redesign IRCTC website. I don't know why, but they do. IRCTC is the very first project of every UI designer. They do. They redesign the websites, right? So that's how you work or gain experience before having a job, and you have to. Trust me, you have to. Otherwise, companies are not going to take you. It's true. Save energy finding a job. Second thing, uh, this is not something. Let's say you are applying thousands, hundreds of job every day for a UX designer to get into the field, to get into the company, but you're not getting any response. Even the rejection response is not there from the HR. It can be there. So what you can do is you can, let's say, you are having a resume for now. You applied for 100 jobs, but you are not getting any response. So create another resume, create a B resume, then apply for it. It's a kind of A/B testing that you are doing. Or what you can do, you can create four or five different resumes with the uh, same content. Whatever you have with the same content, you can create four or five resumes and use those four or five resumes to check which resume is getting selected, which resume is HR is shortlisting, right? Which resume is going through the ATS test. These things you can do. So save energy. Don't just apply on every job, whatever you are seeing on the online. Also go for what they are asking for. Check their descriptions also, right? Put yourself out there. पहले मतलब be a user first. If you want to redesign something, if you want to create a something, then first act like a user you are targeting for. If you are designing a product for the maybe school kids, primary school kids, act like a primary school kids. Think like a primary school kids. But UX designers के लिए resume should be simple, black and white or color. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. मेरे पास पांच छह रेज्यूमेस है. एक मैंने पूरा वेबसाइट बना रखा है, वेबसाइट की तरह रेज्यूमे काइंड ऑफ पीडीएफ है पूरा. एक बिल्कुल नॉर्मल रेज्यूमे है, बिल्कुल ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट, सिर्फ टेक्स्ट है उसमें. देयर इज नो आइकन, नो सिंगल आइकन इज देयर, जस्ट टेक्स्ट इज देयर. देन आई हैव अ रेज्यूमे दैट हैव अ small colors, right? So it depends where you are applying, in which company you are applying. These things always matters. So that's why I'm saying keep four or five different resumes designs. Learn from stakeholders management. Can you review my resume? Of course, we will. Don't worry. The fourth one is learn stakeholder management. This is the most crucial point that a UX designer should focus, because let's say you are working in an organization, right? And uh, you are just designing the screens out there. You are not doing anything. You are just designing screens. Let's say your lead asks you to design. Uh, uh, okay, so just design a dashboard screen for a mobile UI, right? You designed it. That's it. That was your job. Your job. You did it. That's it. You went back to your home. But the main thing is you have to sit with your stakeholders. Stakeholders mean you can say your leads, your company's business, right? You can sit with them, talk to them what you want to achieve with the screen, how this screen is going to help your business, right? If you give them the value what they are looking for with the help of your designs, then you are the most demanded guy in the industry, right? A UX designer is not only a designer who just design the screens only. They work on business needs also. They understand what and where my company is lacking, and how as a UX designer I can help them, right? So learn stakeholder management also. Yes, yes, coming to every questions one by one. Just give me just 5 or 10 minutes. This is just about to end. Okay. So invest in education. Trust me, like I'm not going to tell you you can take a course of maybe 1 lakh rupees, 20,000, 500, whatever you want to take. It's up to you how much you can invest. But the thing is, invest somewhat that you can always invest every month you can, or maybe in every 2 or 3 months you can invest. I'm not saying just only invest in the courses only, invest in books. I read a lot of books. Just invest there. Or maybe you can invest in having one-to-one sessions. If you want one-to-one session with me, you can also. If you want one-to-one session with different designers out there, those who you want to follow, uh, go to LinkedIn, reach out to them, ask them if they are ready to give you a one-to-one session. If they are saying you have to pay, try to get negotiate or try to get something that in your budget. But always invest in yourself. Always invest in learning. If you're getting everything in a free, that's a very good thing for you. If you're not, then ready to invest somewhat. Because trust me, this thing is going to make you uh, a very good UX designer in a very long queue in the world, right? So you have to invest. Then be more objective about work. Just don't. This is just the similar point to the fourth, fourth point. It is just similar. Don't be more objective about work. If someone asks you to design something, just do not design. Ask questions. Why? Yes, how to do portfolio and how to get freelance client. Yes, yes. Every I will answer your questions at the last. As I said, Q&A will be at the end. Just wait for just small minutes. Right. Be more objective about your work. Don't just design screens. Ask questions how much you can to your lead. Right. I will just let you know one thing that is, as of now, Toyota is following, right? There is a book that I was reading last month that was a Hooked. You must have heard about that book, Hooked. Yellow color uh, uh, poster is there for that book. In that book, they have written like Toyota engineering and research development always have a one thing in their work that is a five why, right? They always ask five why in a sequence for a particular change, for a particular reason, for a particular uh, product development, right? So always ask five why. Maybe you can say, uh, I want to design this screen. Why you want to design this screen? Because people are facing this issue. Why people are facing this issue? Because they don't have time. Why people don't have time? Because they are going to their office. Why people are going to their office? Because they have work to do. They have to earn. Why they want to earn? Because they have to make your life easy. So that's how you can again ask why. Almost 5 times you can ask. Then you will get an idea. Okay, so why your product or why and how your product is going to help your targeted users. That's how you ask questions to your lead, to your manager, to your senior, whatever you want to ask. You can also ask yourself also. Just ask 5 times why, 5 times why. Invest your energy in your strengths. Yes, you have to invest, but the users can get irritated by our why questions. You don't have to ask users why. You have to ask your managers, maybe your lead who is working with you. You have to research these why questions. You cannot ask. If you have users, then you can ask directly to your users. You can have a user interview sessions. In the UX, we have research. This is one of the research method that we say user interviews. That's a qualitative user research method, right? If you are developing for personal portfolio, then it's up to you. You can just rely on the data that is available online, right? Then invest your energy in your strengths. Number seven. Yes. If you are good at something, let's say you know, and okay, you can say, I know how to make better gradients for the UI. So that's your strength. Invest in that strength. Focus more on gradients. Focus how to reversion, like maybe you can say how to innovate the gradients in a UI. It can be grainy gradients, it can be radiant gradients, or something else, right? It can be anything. So whatever is your strength, focus on that thing. Invest your energy there, right? Best if you can ask. Yes, yes. That's why I was saying, like, keep yourself out there. First, be a user who you are targeting for. Then you can ask ourselves why also. Then stop doing everything. Again, if you are a UX designer, then you don't have to be a video editor also. It is a point. Always keep this thing in mind. Because in Indian startups, a UX designer is a problem solver for anyone in the team. It can be a graphic designer. You have to do poster designing, you have to do branding, you have to do logo, you have to design their social media, you have to edit their videos also. Everything they will ask for. But if you are capable enough to say them no, then say stop doing everything. Talk more about other things. Yes, this is the kind of main point I was about to ask is like talk about other things. If you are with your friends, if you are with your colleagues, or if you are with your manager, don't always talk about designs. Don't always talk about your things only. Try to capture what they are working on. Try to capture what they think about the today's uh, problems, because X random amount of problems can lead you to solve different problems, right? Don't just be a designer every day, every minute.